So the religions I explored for this assignment were secular humanism, which is a religion I identify most with, and I'll get more into detail in later slides. Scientology, which is a religion I had heard a lot about but did not know any details about what it stood for. And Islam, because it is the center of a lot of worldwide debate, so I wanted to understand more about why this was the case. So secular humanism does not follow any particular god or deity. It encompasses human reason, ethics, and philosophical naturalism. What this means is that they believe that nature explains all processes in the world, and I think this is the case. I do not believe in any higher beings and supernatural occurrences. So they rely on reason, logic to acquire knowledge, and these serve as the basis for making ethical decisions. They disregard faith as a way of knowing, and they're linked to the natural and human sciences. So in secular humanism, they believe that every individual, through his own logical thinking, can make ethical decisions, and this does not have anything to do with faith. A case that exemplifies this was the Fellowship of Humanity versus County of Alameda case. It was a court case in the United States where members of a secular humanist church argued that they did not need to pay taxes for their institution because it was a religious site, and the government in the end agreed with this. And the knowledge question extracted would be, in what ways can the teachings of an atheistic religion be considered religious knowledge? So even though you do not follow a particular god, is it still considered religious? Scientology is knowing how to know. It's an application of scientific methods to spiritual questions. It is highly spiritual, so faith is the only way of knowing involved. One's goal in this religion is to release the essential spiritual self, called the thetan. So it's a very personal experience, and it varies from person to person. There's not one single God. And the area of knowledge is religious knowledge systems. The real-life situation would be the adherence of celebrities such as John Travolta and Tom Cruise. So I've personally seen advertisements on television where they advertise the religion, and it would be interesting to know what the effect of this would be on the adherence of others. And the knowledge question is, in what ways does religious knowledge vary within individuals of the same faith? So how does different individuals acquire knowledge within the same religion? Islam has a single God. It is Allah, and the Quran is their text. It's considered to be his verbatim word. Muhammad was the prophet. It was the last prophet, and they consider that his word is the truth. It has very strict dogma where the 5 pillars of Islam force all Muslims to pray several times a day and follow very strict routines. Faith is their way of knowing because all of their belief is derived from their belief on Allah and God, and the area of knowledge is religious knowledge systems. The real-life situation would be considering ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other Islamic extremist groups. So all over the news, these groups are very prominent. And a knowledge question would be, does a personal connection with a religion affect the way in which religious knowledge is used by an individual? So what causes these individuals to unite and use violence to propagate their religion? So does this have to do with their personal connection to it? Lastly, in what ways does religion give us truth? So in the basis of it and the origins of religion, millennia ago, religion emerged as explanations for the great questions that humanity had, such as why are we here and how the world started. Religion can also be used to explain reasons for human suffering. So there are those that consider that tragedies and disasters, such as natural disasters, are caused by God to punish humans. Inner truth and the spiritual finding of oneself. So in many religions, such as Scientology, the whole goal is to find inner answers and inner truth, and the religion is what provides this. And the different perspectives would come because there are those, such as atheists, who do not believe that religion has anything to do with answers to natural occurrences, and they believe in science for that matter, whereas followers of the major religions usually tend to believe on a god and use their religion to explain what occurs in the world. And in this way, the perspectives really vary.